Hello, and welcome to the Pretty Goofy Podcast. I'm Charlie.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Linus. We're the Backyardigans. Was that intro? Well, it's gonna be a weekly show, and
Weekly, every Friday, releasing 5 to 6
p.m. Central
p.m. Central,
on YouTube and SoundCloud.
Penis Central.
That's a good one. Really good twist in the words there, huh? You're a word poet. And then can we have the links?
That'll.
Oh my god!
I know, that's the point.
I gotta shit talk when we're all sitting here. But yeah, we'll have the links and the ads on the in the description of the SoundCloud and on the video and the description of YouTube. So yeah, we have Instagram, Twitter, and then on SoundCloud so far. And then if anything else develops, which I don't see
So far.
we're not gonna make like Facebook.
No, fuck Facebook, I'm not old.
Yeah, fuck Facebook.
I mean,
Fuck Facebook, fuck you, Mark.
only.
oh
about the
god.
people?
Fuck Oculus.
We just started. We
Fuck.
can't lose that.
That's a big sponsor if you fuck
Fuck
up
you.
here.
Yeah,
They're gonna
fuck
go
you.
back to the
Oh
start
my
and be
lord.
like, what, a minute in? And go, oh, he literally cursed our owner.
Sponsored by Darwin's daughters.
They're coming up with their own theories. They're changing the game.
Yeah, they really like our podcast that just started.
Yeah, they're definitely not dead by a long mile.
Well, anyway, our podcast is just gonna be the three of us, talking on anything that we want to, any topics. If you have any suggestions that we talk about and stuff, just hit up in our DMs on Twitter
Or
and stuff, on Instagram.
Or our email, which is prettygoofypodcast@gmail.com.
Yep, secured that one before anybody else snagged it up. But yeah, we'll be open to suggestions. I think we're gonna be doing a good bit of just rambling, of course, and then rambling and stories, and then I guess we'll talk about current events at some point. Of maybe have a topic or two of whatever's going around, and yeah.
And we thought today we'd just start off doing a little story segment, just going back and telling us a little bit about each other and stuff, and just funny stories that we've been through and shit.
Yeah.
All
Do we
right.
have anyone we want to start off on, or?
Well, we can just start off by just saying who we are.
Who we are?
I mean,
I thought we did that.
Say your name and one
Your
add,
social-
add
say-
social.
say one
Yeah.
pronoun that describes.
And then the last 4 digits of your social security,
Okay.
followed by the CVC code
On
the
your credit
back
card.
end. Yeah. Okay, so my name's Charlie. My last 4 digits are 4093, and my CVC is 615.
Oh.
He also matches the area
What
code.
a coinky dink! You're definitely not.
Why would you say that?
Are they gonna figure it out?
Why would you say that?
What are they? What?
Why would you say that?
Okay. All right. I'm Linus Parrish. Mine are 5226, and then
I think that's real.
the three on my card are 337, and then yeah, and I don't know. I landed a coin on its side one time, right in the middle.
That's pretty lame.
And the I've never done that before. I feel like I should be in some sort of record book for that. Maybe for that, or for fastest time eating a pint of cookie dough, just raw.
A pine?
Yeah, a pint of it. Yeah, a whole tree. Cut it down, chomped it up.
Lucky duck.
I mean,
That's impressive.
I eat only cookie dough with raw eggs.
On it or in it?
In it, of course.
Oh, that fluffs it up.
I've had salmonella a hefty amount of times.
A hefty?
Hefty.
We're not sponsored by them.
Not
you,
hefty.
You
They
gotta
have
stop.
not given. You can't use that word.
Don't be sad, be glad. Get glad.
Oh.
Get glad.
Shut the. We can't do that.
Sponsored.
we could get you down.
No, yeah, we're gonna be.
Yeah,
sued.
this is instantly getting flagged.
Get ready for it. Yeah. YouTube's algorithm's not gonna pick up on this shit. Unless we,
Okay, you want to play some licensed music?
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, if they're not picking up on people injecting needles into babies' butts, they're not catching up on this. So.
What have you been watching?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a big thing.
Why do you watch on YouTube?
I don't understand.
I'm not watching it, but I mean, like, that's a huge thing. And like, that there's these weird kid videos that YouTube isn't screening, and then they go directly onto their YouTube channel of like they have kids that like inject each other and stuff. And they do all this weird stuff. Like, there's a guy who wears like doctor's gloves, and he holds like little baby toys and like puts needles in their butt. It's weird. It's super weird.
He showed me.
And that goes
weird.
on like
And
that's a big thing. It doesn't get screened. It just goes directly onto the kids app too.
Yeah, and it gets like
onto the kids app.
It gets millions of views.
Like kids see it.
Yeah, like, you know, there's a separate kids YouTube app.
Yeah.
It
I
goes
know,
right
but
on
like
there.
oh my lord.
Those are huge channels. Like, those get millions of views.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is
Because
crazy.
parents probably just leave it on.
All
And
right,
then it comes
so-
around.
Do you want to start off with any stories? Do you want to tell your Boston story?
Oh, my...
That's a pretty good one.
My mom's well-functioning boyfriend with his 2 delinquent, dirty Boston children, that just they talk and act like the guy from I can't remember the movie. It doesn't even matter. What's it? Ben Affleck when he was in
Fargo.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
What a guess!
Yeah.
Because Fargo doesn't even take place in Boston.
Good Will Hunting. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, those.
It's that thick.
Yeah, those.
Oh my
idiots.
lord.
It is real. Like, you like those apples? Like, it's real fucking.
Oh, so they're also mentally challenged.
Oh, they were idiots. Like, absolutely. Yeah. They they were the type that when they'd play in like Call of Duty and they'd lose and they'd just chuck their controller across the room, just at the wall. There were a ton of dents on the wall, but they were just little mouth.
They're not
breathers.
paying rent, so.
No, they're little mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm
breathers.
saying. So you just dent your house.
Yeah. That was
Not
our
bad.
aunt's house too that we were
Oh
at.
yeah.
But yeah, they're just little idiots.
Who cares?
And I was, I think, a year older than the oldest one. There was the older one and the younger one. I can't remember their names. I blocked them out. But
Don't blame you.
yeah, and they were really fucking annoying. And they were garbage at Call of Duty, but they kept playing it all the time. Like, they play it all the time. Every time I was there, it was
practice
either,
makes perfect.
well,
Yeah.
but by a long shot. But like, they played that in
I
MLB.
think you're wrong.
I beat them every time, and I'm not good.
You are pretty bad.
Yeah. I'll loot.
I mean,
but
you
beat them.
did
Yeah.
beat a bunch of mentally challenged Boston kids at Call of Duty.
There's
Do
no
you
paperwork.
feel proud of yourself?
There's no paperwork saying
I
that
think
they're mentally.
Are you okay with that?
I morally write it off. I think I've
not-
done enough good things to write it. I mean, okay, it will get worse as the story goes of what they've done, what I've done to them.
All right. Oh my god.
The plot thickens.
So yeah, they were just idiots, and we were playing outside on their swings, and it was like, of course, cold and shit up in Boston. We went in like the fall,
And shit.
and it was raining and all that bullshit. It was
Cold
garbage.
shit.
Oh,
Hey,
rain is
cold
bullshit.
shit, yeah. And they were out there, and we were on the swings, and one of them, like, I think I got up to go get a football or something for like the 3rd time because they just throw it at me while I was swinging, and they'd miss because they're just goofs with no hand-eye coordination at all.
Like
You were gonna say paraplegics.
I thought you were gonna say parrots.
like parrots.
Oh yeah, that's what we're rolling with. So they tried to throw it at me and they'd miss like every time, and then they'd miss, and I went to go get the swing because it pissed me off, and I just give it back to him, but then eventually one of them, he just kept stealing my swing every time he'd get off, so I go and get it. He got back on, and I like started yelling at him. I was like, "Get the fuck off my swing! God damn!" I was really mad, and I was at the point where, like, you know, when you get into middle school and you just start cursing a bunch, like you start just whenever you can just
It
cursing.
was really cool.
Yeah, and you felt cool, and I started.
yeah.
I was like, "Get the fuck off my swing! Like, bullshit! Get off my swing!" I was fucking yelling at him.
So you're from Harlem.
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
and I took the football.
Did you pull a gun on him?
Were you
Didn't
strapped?
have one at the time. Left
we're
it in the
always
house.
strapped.
Left it in the house. But he was on the
Left
swing.
in a stranger's
I mean, I Tom Brady'd that bitch on into his mouth and
The swing?
in the swing's mouth. No, into the kid's mouth.
No, the swing into the kid's mouth.
No, the football that I was holding. And
Pay attention to the
yeah.
story.
Alright.
And I beamed it in his mouth.
Sorry to interrupt, but how did your mom meet a man from
I
Boston?
don't know. That's a good point. We went. That's really weird. I never thought about this.
4chan.
Yeah, they met.
Yeah, your mom.
No.
His mom's hooking up on 4chan.
Yeah.
Nine gag.
I never thought about
Oh.
that. Yeah, I mean, well, no, he stayed in Nashville sometimes, I think. Because, like...
You think... I mean...
He was here sometimes.
You feel like at one point.
But yeah, we definitely
been
went
in
to
Nashville.
Boston to go to, like, where his kids were and stuff. But...
What are their names? Like, first and last name.
I got their
Why are
socials,
you
too.
trying to find them? What,
Yeah,
what
we're not
are you
going to
doing?
find them.
What are you...
Just look up the local index
What
in
are
Boston
you
for
doing? What are you
idiots.
wearing?
A shawl.
Oh, my God.
Full body shawl.
You look like you're...
It's a poncho, isn't it?
No, full body shawl covers my toes. I don't have to wear toes. I don't have to wear
You look
shoes.
like you're, like, about to go blend in with some wall or something.
You look like you're trying to do, like, one of those 21 Jump Street operations, but in, like, an old folks' home. Like
Yeah.
some old man snuck a bunch of Ritalin in there.
And, like, he's not even
your
looking
job
for
is to
you,
get-
and, like, you're going
Yeah.
way too far.
You could have just walked in and be like, hey, give me it. And you were like, no, dress me up. Put me in the garb.
I mean, one can have a dream.
To be an old man.
To be an
your body's broken
I'm an
anyway.
aspiring actor.
Oh, yeah, you do have a weak body.
It is.
It's pretty
it's
fragile.
Frail.
It's frail.
Yeah, you're crippling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that why you...
Probably from all the Ritalin I took.
You didn't give it back? Your operation
Were
was
you
to
the
get it
old
and
man?
return it.
Lost.
What an M. Night Shyamalan twist.
What a so much Ritalin, so much evidence.
Jesus
so much
Christ.
evidence was lost.
You must have been really fucking focused, dude.
Okay, so like, you ever like seen stuff like moved or like really slow?
Like snails?
No, not
Like
stuff
slow
that's
motion?
moving really slow, but seeing stuff that's moving at normal speed but really slow.
Oh. But
Okay.
you're in an old folks home, so how can you tell if
Everybody
they're-
there does move slow.
Yeah, they're all slow.
I went to the racetracks.
Were
So, like-
you
like-
running?
You went
No.
to you went to a racetrack and you saw
Racetrack of what?
Like
Cars?
NASCAR.
You went...
NASCAR.
Hot Wheels.
So you went and saw a NASCAR race and they were going slow. You sure it wasn't just like the warning lap? You know where they do the one slow one? You might have just walked in, saw the warning lap, and then walked out and be like, oh, everything's slow.
Okay, it was like before they started waving the flag.
So the warning lap.
I think you're a liar.
I think you walked in, saw the warning lap, and go, "Oh, it's so slow." And then you walked out.
Adrenaline.
I bet you got hit or something.
I did wake up at not in my home.
Was it at the old folks' home?
What?
Okay, so it was like
Not in my... Where? What?
it was like really dark.
Like, were your eyes open?
Are you sure you woke up?
I mean, like I could like see light through like the things over my eyes.
So the eyelids.
Yeah.
So you could see it over
Where did...
it?
when those were removed, where were you?
They
Yeah.
weren't.
What?
When you opened them.
When they...
When you withdrew them from your eyeballs, where did
Oh.
you see?
Oh, it was my house.
So you were... You're...
What a pointless
Jesus.
part to your fake
What a
story.
stupid wraparound. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a...
I don't get it.
That's a ton of lead.
All right, now just go ahead and get back to what you were saying. I apologize for my rambling.
Off track. So yeah, I had the football and I just stuck him in the mouth because he was just being a little bitch. And he stole my swing, and I really wasn't about.
Oh,
to
my
have it.
swag.
And then
That's what I thought he said.
More like it.
Oh,
Oh.
I didn't have any to take. It was 7th grade.
You
so-
really... I remember that for
Yeah, it
you.
was bad.
Yeah,
I was
you
greasy,
were-
greasy boy. So
Not a lot has changed.
shut. I walked right in that one.
You touched
So-
his neck.
Shut up! Oh my god. So yeah, he got mad because I hit him in the face, and I was like, "Well, fuck you. You deserve that." And he got off the swing, and his shitty little Boston accent was like, "Come here, come here," and he started to follow me. And I was like, "What?"
Why is he an old man?
Yeah, he's also 80.
That was the only Boston accent.
Come here! Come here! Come here!
Okay.
Come
So
here!
he got. So he started coming at me. I was like, "Oh, how you want to do it? How you want to do it?" I was like, "Let's go, let's do it." I wanted to fight, and then I started like, you know, when you're young and you get angry, you start crying. I started crying.
No, you're a pussy.
Yeah, you're a pussy.
I wanted to do it so bad. I was just like, "Oh, dare me. And I started fucking like, you know, you get all mad and you run off and like, if only he did it. And you start hitting pillows and shit. And my mom.
He's a little bitch.
And my mom came in the room. She came in the room. I was crying in the pillow. And I was like hitting that shit. I was fucking, you know, and you're like, and you start yelling. And she came and she tried to touch me, you know. And it's the stupidest quote out of context because I'll just go ahead and say earlier they wanted to go like go-kart racing. And they're like, we'll go to some go-kart place and we'll go, you know, like do a few laps race. And they started talking all this shit and that made me even more mad. In the middle of me being mad, I was like, I don't even want to fucking go-kart racing anymore. I started throwing pillows and shit.
Yeah, fuck go-kart.
And the door was open and I could see the kid in the hallway and I was like, it's your fault. I started screaming. I started pointing at his ass. I was pointing and yelling at him. I was getting angry. And then... So yeah, I think he definitely snitched to his dad because later in that day, like after I cooled down, you know, it took me a little while.
Oh, you hated little boy.
I think he did. You
But I went to like I was in the kitchen and it was he walked up to me like while I was in the middle of the kitchen just leaning on the like
abrasive.
the thing. He was I was leaning on like the.
Let him finish. Let the man
I was leaning
finish.
on the counter, and he came up and he like started talking to me, and I was like, oh, well, you know, like, hey, what's up? Like, I don't really know you, like, too much. Like, you know, like I met you like a few days ago, and now we're in your house, and you're ugly and you're from Boston, so.
Say that to him?
Yeah. I was like, hey, before you talk, you're ugly, you're from the state. Fucking hate this state. And then Massachusetts. I know. Okay,
Boston,
right,
the state.
I know. Shut up.
Boston College.
I hate the state as a whole. But he.
It's a big state.
He was talking to me, and he came up and he was like,
We just lost all of that audience.
Yeah.
do
we really want
who
Boston people?
I mean,
I would
we
rather,
have no chance now. Like, even if we
I
were
want
considering...
quality over quantity. All right, we're gonna drop off that state because they're garbage people. All they do is eat a Dunkin' Donuts and
Fuck
yell
you,
about
Mark.
the bread.
Fuck you, Mark.
About the Patriots. So yeah, they're back to the Mark. Yeah, I don't think.
No, Wahlberg.
Okay. Yeah, I was sitting on the counter and he came up to me and he started talking to me and he was like, hey, so you got a little bit mad earlier, huh? And I was like, yeah, I did. Yeah. I was like, I got a little angry. And he was like, that's okay. He's like, what a really weird transition. So he goes from oh, it's okay. I really like your mom. I was like, oh no, where is this going? He was like,
you're gonna call me dad one day.
fuck no. And he was like, you know, we've been together for a little while. I hope you like my sons. And in my head, I was like, those fucking idiots, dude. Just thing one and thing two, running around doing jack shit with their lives. Future ditch diggers. They're doing nothing. and
Oh my god.
Wishing nothing on you boys.
Oh yeah, I hope they have nothing. But and he.
Oh goodness.
They're garbage people. But and
Is it because he wanted to fight you? Is it because Is it because the Call of Duty?
I beat him for the record, and he so you're gonna spit it back in the code, okay? So he was being really weird, and he came up and started saying stuff like, you know, I really like your mom, and I was like, all right, cool, dude. Like okay, and then I kept trying to
I like
get
my
stuff out of the
mom, too.
fridge and I was trying to get stuff out of the fridge and like you know, get a drink and be like, I'm gonna go now, and he was like, I've been with her for a while now, you know, I was feeling we're gonna be together for a while, and I was like, alrighty, whatever makes you happy. Just trying to walk off, and he keeps talking. He's like, do you like me? I'm like, I'm gonna go now. And I acted like I didn't hear him. I just walked out.
What a weird question, Dad.
Yeah, right?
You
What
like-
a weird
Do
line
you
of
like me?
questioning.
No,
I wouldn't ask you that.
No. I never want to hear that from someone. I'm terrified
Right?
of their opinion.
That's not a thing even like a spouse asks.
Yeah, no, I just assume that you either
Yeah,
that
I
you
don't think I've
and
ever-
I'm trying to earn it
No.
all the time.
I don't think I've ever told my dad I love you.
That's something you gotta deal with. That's an
Hey.
internal issue.
Well, whatever.
That's a big one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a weird guy. He got dropped off soon after. Gladly.
Like,
No, just on the curb.
Off the
oh,
face
I
of the
thought you guys
earth.
No.
like, oh, I'll head back to Nashville with you.
No.
You gotta get out.
Was
No.
that the guy with the Mustang? Or?
No, that was a different guy.
oh.
But that was the first time I flew on a plane by myself. Because we drove back from there to North Carolina, and then I flew from North Carolina to here by myself. And
Did you cry and throw stuff on that plane?
no.
Did the stewardess piss you off?
No, she was pretty nice. But I was sitting there and it was just
Good
me.
memory.
It was just me and this other kid who was flying alone, sitting there, and we're like, it's those 3-seaters, so it's like me and an empty space and then him, and we like had some, of course we had something in common. We're like 13 and alone, and he like looked at me and he was like, "What's up?" And I was like, and just put in my headphones. I was not feeling it. I wasn't feeling it.
You're a
It was like a
dick.
2-hour plane ride. I was like, I'm not.
You're a dick.
I was like,
2
what?
hours from Massachusetts to
No,
North
not from
Carolina.
Massachusetts. It's from North Carolina.
Oh, to Ned.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was like I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, bro, it's like 7 in the morning. I'm not really feeling like talking to you right now. So, and then I just looked ahead, and then the stewardess came over and sat in between us and tried to get us to talk. And I was like, why would you do this to me? Why would you put this?
That's
burden?
so weird.
You put this burden to make a friend that I will never see again. He was on a connecting flight. He was just stopping by Nashville to go somewhere else, and she was like,
Baltimore.
just talk to him. Just maybe I'm like, shut the fuck
He could be dead now. You don't know.
yeah. Speaking of stewardesses, Charlie, didn't you have something happen with your stewardess on the way back from Colorado?
I mean, yeah, like when we were flying back from Colorado, this guy, he basically, he was old. He was an old bitch. And then he was like,
What are you
he started doing trivia.
On the plane?
Yeah, on the plane.
like?
Did
It
he,
was
like, get
set
on the
up, or
last
he was
No,
just
like he was just,
yelling questions?
yeah. Like over
Was
the
it
intercom.
on the thing?
Yes,
was
yes,
it like Jeopardy style? Like
Pretty, no, well,
point?
he was like, does anyone know why it's called BNA? And then he was like, oh, 12F does. and then he was like, what is it? And he's like, I'm pretty sure it has to do with like military. And he's like, 12F doesn't know.
Shut up!
No, but like, like he would not stop. He just
How many? You think he asked, like,
he would force it. Well, like he
Was it all aviation questions?
But it was just, he just kept going on with that question.
With that
Yeah,
same
like it
question
was
until
like,
somebody
okay,
got
so
it?
like it was like the final descent. It was from the final descent to the gate.
He
It was
still
just
asking.
talking about it.
Still asking about the shortened thing.
Yeah, and then he'd make like a stupid joke or like some reference to another airport that no one fucking gets.
I think that guy was the start of airplane comedy. You think he like came up with the first like airplane food joke?
No,
That guy.
no,
You said
no.
he said he's really old. He's probably around then. Like Lenny Bruce.
I bet that's what got him started.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he. Saw
I bet he
those
was
jokes
like,
and
I bet he was the only one to be like, that's really
that
funny.
inspired him, and he was like, I gotta hop on that fucking plane.
I
dude.
gotta
get on
be
there."
a stewardess.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old was he?
Fuck. Like he looked a lot older than I think he was. He looked about 80.
How old do you know? Like,
Oh.
He could probably be like,
well, Belvis or whatever down here, he's like 80. For the record, Belvis is this guy on the side of the road who dresses up like Elvis, and he's black, so he calls himself, and other people call him Belvis.
That is true.
Because black Elvis.
this is true.
That's true.
It's not like a demeaning name.
Yeah,
that
he's
everybody
not
gives
just being
him. He
offensive
actually-
here.
Yeah, he legitimately walks around. In
No,
that
but
costume.
he's probably like early 60s. Would be my guess.
He's just aging fast.
Yeah,
Probably all that high altitude, just getting to his skin
it's
or
skin
something.
sags.
Yeah, like his skin stays.
Yeah, it has a
On the outside.
higher like the gravity affects it.
The
more.
trivia makes him feel young.
Yeah. He thinks that his mind's still spry, but he's given that speech
It is
an
not.
ungodly amount of times.
Yeah, but like Nashville is like one of the only airports to have like, I think it's like something to do with like a Bakersfield or something. He wasn't completely wrong what he was talking about. Like it has to do with like military, but it means
So
something.
12F.
He was right.
He was close.
He was
12F
like
close.
he was like he
2F,
was like
I
he
don't-
kind of got it. He was like
One
yeah,
of those.
got it.
Yeah, you gotta go. It's half credit.
Do you
Pretty
remember
much.
when we were on that flight to Florida, and that woman who came in with the cane, and she was talking. She was like sitting next to you. Was it you or me? I think it was me. And yeah, and she was just rambling to the stewardess because I was sitting up front. Like we were all separate on our way back.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting up front next to this crazy woman with the cane, and she had like brought it. She had hung up like a wood stick.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a classy like walking cane. Like it
No,
was like
no,
a
no,
didgeridoo
Like
sort of thing you buy at the zoo. Like a walking
With like
stick.
a twine
Like-
rope around it.
like
You don't drop
mountain
it.
hiking that you know she doesn't do.
I like it, yeah.
Yeah, she has the body of someone who takes Pepto-Bismol on a daily basis.
Look at like 12. It doesn't even need it.
Yeah.
Just it makes me feel better.
It looks like
Makes me
bubble
feel
gum.
Clears me out for all that hiking I need to do.
It's my juice cleanse.
And then she like falls asleep and then never goes hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was talking to the stewardess and just ran about nothing. No one understood. She was like, "Yeah, have you seen that thing with that guy? You know?" And then the stewardess would be like,
Like
yeah.
I sat somewhat near him. Like I was like he was like first row, and I was like one or two rows behind him. Like I could clearly see this woman talking. Like Dylan was like he had his headphones. Yeah, no, but I
No,
was
because
like,
she was crazy.
yeah, no, and I like she intrigued me, so I was like.
Was she doing that thing where it's like, they start talking, and then as soon as the
like,
students tried to walk away, they're like, they just, hey, and
No,
and
that's what I was about to bring
back?
up. Like she
Or
did
was the
not.
stewardess into it?
No.
Oh, just like
She
I
tried
have
to leave.
I have to go do things.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
she was like, she pretty much demanded to be the first one off the plane. Because she was like, she had like bad legs or whatever, but had her massive walking cane. And so she like, I don't know, we didn't know she had it at the time she was sitting down because she was on the plane before us. So she gets up off the plane and then just, completely takes it off the rack, and it's like the size of her body.
And
So,
she like fumbles with it in
Female
there. Like,
Gandalf.
She had to cram that hole in
Pretty
there.
much. Like I
Yeah,
remember, I was like,
yeah, so-
it made a lot of commotion.
You think that if you
Yeah, she was like-
have the physical strength to stand there and get on your tippy toes and jam that bitch in the overhead,
No.
you're gonna have the strength to take it out and walk on your own.
And then she walks and leaves. And me and Charlie were like taking a minute because we had to get our stuff, and we had to wait on my parents. And then, so she leaves like, she leaves and then takes like, we take like 10 minutes on the plane to like get everything like, well, or not like we're not on the plane, like we're off and we're just standing there. Mm-hmm. And then me and Charlie are walking, and this lady had been gone for a while, and then we pass her. We see her, and like we're like, what?
Oh yeah.
Like it had been like 15 minutes since we had seen
Because
her.
like
we figured
because
she'd,
his
like-
dad sat like near the back of the plane, and so
And then,
we
like,
stood-
Yeah, because they do that whole like.
And then everyone, and then everyone had to go to the bathroom. They got off the plane, blah blah. So we were waiting on my parents, and then we start to walk, and we pass her going down the stairs, and we're like, and I'm like, Charlie, it's that lady that we saw like 15 minutes ago. Like we thought she had like left.
Yeah, like
And then had gone and got her luggage, and was like, how? But
No.
she's just
No.
Shuffling through the airport.
Yeah, I mean, looked
How
like
slow
Gollum.
could you estimate that she was moving? Like
0.2?
good
Nothing.
2-3
0.2?
miles an hour.
I don't even know.
0.2.
0.2 miles an hour.
Walking in
She could not make a mile an hour.
nauticals.
She could not make a mile an hour.
I'm telling you that right now.
It's probably like 0.2 from the gate to the baggage claim and then
Dude, she
out. So, I
probably-
mean,
Let me tell you this real quick.
what are you, an old Southern dad on the front porch? Hey, sit down real fast. I got an old whippersnapper story for you.
I got stories from my time.
The fact that she took about 500 feet in just about 30 minutes,
It's a modern.
like the fact that we passed her.
You could attest that to like Mother Teresa for getting that far. Just
She probably died. She's probably dead.
She
Really?
she was
that happens.
pushing.
Sometimes you go in public and you see an old person, you're like, you're not lasting much longer than right now.
No.
Yes,
That's
You've
different.
You have just, don't tell me there is not a time you have looked at an old person in public and gone.
Usually I agree with you, but I kind of agree with him. I mean, there's people like
You've
not
seen
like
somebody.
every old person I see,
yeah.
but there's some
Okay.
people that you see like carrying like those huge like oxygen tanks, and you're like,
You're nearing it.
like if you need help to breathe,
Yeah, you need to start getting those reservations in for that casket and that spot because you're.
You got receipt for a grave plot?
Yeah.
and then he's like,
Yeah.
no health insurance, and then
It's
it's,
getting close. You just see those people. Like, of course, I see old people all the time in my job. So it's like, they just come up and they. Oh,
where do you
God.
work?
I work at Walgreens. Yeah.
What's your job title?
I'm the customer service associate. I'm the
Cashier.
I'm the
you're a cashier.
I'm a
You're a cashier.
Yep. So yeah, but I see a lot of old people, and like the old dude. Okay, so one dude was coming. He was leaving, and he was stepping off the little step. It was slippery. I'll give him that. But there was some klutziness to play.
Oh, you told me.
And yeah, and he slipped and slammed his face on the ground. I was coming back from lunch. It was sad. It was super sad.
That's so
But
sad.
I was coming back from lunch, and I was parking, and then I saw this man just eat it on the concrete. I was like, oh, like immediately when you see something bad, like you see like a car wreck or something, you're like, oh, "Oh," as soon as it happened. Yeah, you make that just audible noise. Oh, it's just an inside of you thought. And I saw him and I got up and I went over and like helped him. I was like, "Are you okay? Like, you good?" He was bleeding like all down his head, and then his like he's got that old like tissue paper old person skin, and it just peeled off.
I can't wait for that.
It just peeled off like the wrapping to like a hot pocket.
Didn't you tell me one of your dreams was to be in a home?
What?
I swear you were like, I wouldn't mind being in a home.
Oh,
maybe later. But
Once
yeah,
you finish your
so,
story,
yeah.
I have another thing about
So yeah, he was bleeding all down. He started bleeding on me too because I was like helping him, and like it was like bright red blood. It was like bright red blood, and I had to go inside and I got a chair and I brought it back out and I let him sit down and stuff, and then we called like the ambulance, and this dude did not want to go anywhere. He did not. He was like, "Where are my car keys?" He kept wanting the ambulance.
Probably in dementia.
The paramedics were like, "No,
Probably
sir."
got it then.
They're like, "Sir,
Probably
no,
fell and got it.
you're getting in." They're like, "You're too old. You hit your head way too hard. If you were 16, we'd take you to the hospital." And he was like, I want to go back home. Just give me my car keys. I want to go.
He's also
that's the little kid. That's the little kid.
He's all grown up now.
Yeah, but
you
really
have not. No, he's the same. He's like what? 16?
Yeah.
He just looks like that. But that Boston air does.
Yeah, but he really wanted to go, and then he was like, "Fine, take me." And he told me, he was like, he handed me a card. He handed me like a business card. He's like, "Call this number and they'll pick up my car." And then he just got in the back of the thing. I was like,
You know what that is? That was an impound loss.
Yeah, I was like, what assignment have I been given? It was like, who? What?
This card will self-destruct
Yeah.
in 0.5
Yeah,
seconds.
it felt so weird. I was like, okay. We went inside and called him, and they're like, who is this? It was clearly like his daughter. I don't know why he had his daughter's
Who is
business
this? This is his daughter.
card. And we were like, hey, you're
German. This is his German daughter.
We were like, so your dad fell.
Greg.
Shut up.
We're like, your dad fell. Could you come get the car? And she was like, 2 days. Yeah, she didn't have that voice, but that's how I said it. But she was like, give me like a day or two. We were like, a day or two? We were like, you can't just leave a car here for 2 days.
Or like, was she not even concerned about her dad? Or
I think we were just talking about the car. The main point of our conversation was, hey, come get this beat up ass old Lincoln out of our fucking parking lot.
Lincoln Continental.
Yeah,
the only
Lincoln
car I'll ever
Continental.
work on.
Yeah, we were like, come get this shit. And she was like, okay. And then eventually I just came to work and just poof, just gone. Just disappear.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So the day before I left for Colorado, when you went to go get your haircut.
Yes.
Yeah. So like I was like browsing like
Browsers.
Imager, and then like the person who was like running the desk at the beauty parlor or whatever.
Yeah,
She was like,
girl.
oh my god, someone fell, and I.
Go ahead.
This is I wouldn't really categorize this as funny, but
It's just
like,
it's funny because it's just
it's too
weird.
late. He's left. He's
So
too
weird.
late. He's too late. He's left. He's left now. I
Yeah,
gotta
so-
know.
okay, so
I
I was
don't know the
looking
story.
He laughed at the moment. So
I don't
did.
know the story.
yeah, oh yeah, no. So I look out and this woman's just flat.
I pictured like a bass, like flapping.
Help me!
No, okay, so she was like flat, and then I'm like too young to do anything, so I look and I'm like,
he just cower
What
in
an
this situation.
excuse!
no, but
What
like
are you
no,
talking
but
about?
they were like,
sir,
You're
help her.
old.
no,
I'm too young.
You're almost an adult.
Get somebody older. Get somebody older.
Like,
you
people-
just put up your hood. You're like, don't talk to me.
people were helping her, but like it just would have been extra if I had gone out and be like, "Are you okay?" Because like she had been through enough. Like she had fallen. There were like several.
You were useless. Literally go, I'm too young. And then if you...
No, but there was this old guy who had like an umbrella, and then he looked and he was just like he'd flip it through like Life magazine or whatever, and he goes,
He just absolutely
"No, but like
disregarded
he's
it.
sitting like in the waiting room, like right next to me, and he
He just peers out.
he peers out and he's like, huh?
He smacked his lips. Huh?
And it was just like
Sucks for my wife
he
out
basically
there.
his reaction was like, someone will get to it.
What that's the polar opposites of just the generations that you're like too young to help. Get somebody older. The old man's like, I ain't doing that shit. He's like, I want to know. I'm not helping that old woman.
yes, she did. Like her like nurse or like someone in scrubs like was like there.
Why did they leave her?
No, was there.
Oh, like when she fell?
Well, like maybe.
What? There shouldn't have been a delay. That's the thing. There shouldn't have been a delay between her falling and her being there.
Isn't there like adults right next to the beauty parlor?
Not yeah, it's down the road.
No
But
idea.
yeah, it's like
I
right
don't
there.
know. I don't.
Okay, well I think the nurse was in the restaurant.
That's what. She wasn't staring out the window or heard her plop on the ground.
She probably was like, shit.
She's trying to eat my spaghetti, and I had to come out here and deal with her.
And she was like, "Oh, are you okay?" And then she had like one of those walkers that like turn into like a chair, like you fold them and then you can like sit.
I don't know what that is.
You fold them? I thought you were talking about the old one.
No.
Lay her over.
I'm not even. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like the canes that has like a like
it's
a
got
seat.
a back seat on it.
Yeah, and then
roll.
you flip it in and it sits and turns into a seat.
Yeah, and you can roll on it.
Yeah.
What?
You can sit on it. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Well, it's
People
really
are
cool.
making innovations. They're making moves.
Or like the
those-
bathtubs that you sit in.
Yeah.
I
Or
want
those things that you sit in and you go up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like the chair elevators or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, the acorn lift. Yeah. Oh, what? You ever seen that thing where it's like a hot tub that you can swim like against the grain?
Yeah,
It's like-
It's not really a hot
Infinity
tub,
Stream.
Infinity pool.
Infinity
Yeah.
pool.
No, not Infinity pool. That's the thing. Yeah, Infinity Stream. I think that's it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Sponsored.
It's supposed to be a good workout. Like
You're supposed to just work out though. Like it's not really for like you can use it for relaxation, but it's mainly for just like.
you're supposed to like swim against it and like or walk against it.
What if you
and
just
stuff.
like get too tired and just get pushed around by the
Drown.
current?
Yeah, I
You
feel like
drown. That's
a
the risk you
safety
take
hazard,
for a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Infinity Stream. We don't mean to kill you.
If it happens, it happens. You signed a waiver.
Are you too weak?
You're too weak for the stream,
Too
baby.
weak for the stream, baby.
Yeah, baby. Shout out Hope Page, baby. 3-peat divisions.
That's lame.
Hey, that's our football team, baby. We're up there. Rapping.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It seems like we've covered a lot of topics.
Yeah,
And,
we jumped around a lot. I think this went pretty well.
Yeah, for a first episode. So I mean, this in theory should be up by the time, and then
In theory, it will.
it will be.
It
All
will
right.
be. Hey,
Consistency.
will be.
Consistency.
Hey,
Number one
consistency.
thing. Gotcha. And then
That's
I
your
think we
job.
have. Oh god damn. I think we have another video in the works. That's
Goofy boy.
we got another video that's in the works, and that'll be up at a random time. And I don't know if that's next week or another, but we will make an announcement about
yeah.
that. Yeah, we'll make an announcement on that on one of our social medias.
Most likely, all of them.
Yeah,
Um.
I'm more likely on Twitter.
Probably on Twitter.
It'd be easier to.
Yeah, that's at Goofy, the Pretty Goofy Productions,
Yeah.
and for both of them, Twitter and Instagram.
I think the
Instagram
Instagram.
Oh,
It's Pretty
Instagram
Good
is
Podcast.
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
I'm
messed
a
up on that.
failure.
I think we can change that. I'll just,
We'll figure it out.
We
If
won't.
it's different, it's different. Y'all see.
You should already be following us, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if the
Yeah.
title changes or not.
Yeah. So it'll be up, and then we'll have another one. We'll be back next week.
Shout out to Marcelo, the homeboy.
We don't know anybody named Marcelo.
I don't know who that is.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, we'll have weekly updates, like we said. If you have any suggestions, like we like stated earlier, you should hit us up, and we're gonna try to diversify our topics and just improve as we go on, because it's our first show, and it's our first time ever doing any of this, so
Yeah.
it'll get better, and then it'll be rough at the beginning and stuff. So just bear with us.
Yeah, we'll be more organized. And
Cringe
not
comp.
just- yeah, we're gonna be
Pretty
in those.
much.
We're gonna be in those. Yeah, but other than just rambling stories, we'll probably like we said before, get to like maybe like Mad Libs kind of thing, or like
Just
telling-
different things.
Yeah, talking about maybe like actual topics.
Mhm,
Trying to be
and,
a little bit serious sometimes.
Very, very beta, or alpha, I should say, very pre-alpha stages. We're thinking about bringing on a guest
Like
every
once a month.
once a month.
Having a longer show.
Having like a 45-hour show.
Just a little bit longer to give the other person time to talk and like ask
Mhm.
questions and stuff like that. So other than that, seems like it's been a good episode.
This has been the Pretty Goofy Podcast.